So the American Indian was held to the highest esteem by American pioneers, European pioneers, so much so that they held groups together and named them after a famous Indian chief whose name escapes me. They have an extreme group, and then they have a not so extreme group that had rules and stuff and certain types of formalities that they practice. They're known as the Tammany Societies. Tmmany Societies. I'm sure you could Wikipedia that. And they held meetings and just reviled in Indian ways. Let's see, for a while only your firstborn could join, but George Washington stepped in and put a stop to that because he didn't want it to be that kind of aristocratic type of setup. This is from the book Native Roots, which is on page 188, 189, that they talk about this. English Americans, British from England, they really took on a lot of Indian traits. But then a break happened where we started really calling them savages. We were kind of scared of them for a while, even as there were groups forming in celebration of the Indian. But the War of 1812 ended America's initial glorification of Indians. So as far back then, they were raising them on a pedestal, the Indians, and really celebrating them. But then the glory ended, and there is no noble savagery about it anymore. They're like, let's say they rebelled against authority. That wasn't as brought up. They don't really look up to that as much anymore. It's waiting to scalp American men and abduct their women and children. Yeah, perceptions changed. Something happened in the War of 1812. The Indians supported a lot of British because they wanted to drive Americans from their lands. And after the British lost that one, yeah, there was a big fallout. One thing I wanted to bring up too was, besides the Tammany Society, there's also a red man, which is more extreme. And I was interested in just looking at these people were against strong spirits, as far back as the early 1800s, late 1700s. They favored the abolition of alcohol and advocated complete abstinence from strong drink. I mean, the problems with alcohol have gone back many years, and we're still struggling with it. There's still big business pushing their agendas in favor of it. It's really torn apart many groups, but it seems like all over the world it's still pretty much available, and people still desire it. But yeah, the Indians lost their appeal in 1812. So it's unfortunate that they turned that way. But settlers were really scared of them, have been scared of them ever since the first encounter anyway. Because Indians have this manner about them that isn't very appealing.